So we were riding with two of our favorite riders in Nashville, Jordan Reynolds and Nicole Gallion, and we're sitting there in the writing room, and usually we start a song with a title or an idea, and Jordan was like, "What about Tequila?" And originally we were like, "Yeah, that sounds like a fun party song, kind of up-tempo vibe," and then we spun it. We were like, "We drink a lot of tequila," and the next morning we're like, "I'm never drinking tequila again." So we were like, what would be a cool nostalgic way to talk about tequila? People have nostalgic attachments to senses like smells and tastes and sounds, and tequila is one of those things, and libations of any kind will take you back to a certain place, make you see certain things, and it's kind of a story like that. It's kind of a heartbreak song, and I can do all these things. I can drink whiskey, red wine, champagne all night, but when I taste tequila, I'm right back there in that memory, and I'm right back there with that girl, and all the lyrics are super visual, and whenever we started jamming on the song, we were like, this feels like very Dan and Shay, and we got in the studio, we went to Ocean Way in Nashville, and we went in on the track, and it's one of my favorite vocals Shay's ever recorded. It's super emotional, and played it for everybody, especially our wives, and they were like, "Yeah, that's got to be the single." So we trust them; they're always right.
I feel like a lot of people aren't expecting a song called Tequila from Dan and Shay, and a lot of people probably heard that and was like, I can't wait to hear what this is about. Dun, 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 dun. But it was really cool to be able to kind of twist that in typical Dan and Shay fashion, to hear a title like Tequila and to write, a heartbreak song. So when we first got into the studio, Jordan Reynolds had this piano vocal originally that was it was gorgeous, and I just couldn't wait to see what Dan did with the production on it. And we went, piano vibe, but it builds really, really hard, and the production's just incredible, and you nailed it. You did a really good job. I did a lot of the production work also myself, except for I didn't do anything. I just showed up one day. So no, it was really cool to be able to see this song transform into what it is, and we're just so proud of this. And we always want to better ourselves and try to put out better music for our fans every album and every single. So I think that we've done that with this, and I'm really excited to get this out to the fans and to be able to hear their feedback and hear their stories. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of stories from this of people, yeah, man, I was drinking tequila the other day, and I thought about what you said, and it took me back. So I'm excited to hear the stories.
Yeah, the production on the song actually, it took some crazy turns. It went 360. We started it out, we're like, you know what, the piano or the demo was like a piano vocal version. It was very simple, very stripped, and we're like, let's get in the studio, and we had the intro, we changed it up, and it started with the guitar, and then we came back, we're like, you know what, that piano is iconic. It was so signature to what we loved about the original version. So we took, the piano that we had recorded on the original demo and threw it into the track and then rebuilt around that. So it was like, there was something that magical about that, initial thing that we did the day we wrote the song, and it ended up in the final track. So it was pretty cool to see that happen. And we started the song off with just that piano and vocal. That's, one of our favorite parts in our live show, when we can break it down and just have Shay sing over an acoustic guitar or a piano, and creates that magical moment. So the intro doesn't have any drums or any production tricks or anything. It's just piano and vocal and emotion, and it definitely builds into an orchestral anthemic ending, but the intro is very stripped and vulnerable, which will be fun in our live show to kind of go off the cuff and just be able to jam on that before the band kicks in.